Hi guys, Lady Random here and welcome back to Absolute Immersive. Okay, so it's just me at the moment, mostly because I'm having to do a little bit of a recap episode. Unfortunately, my footage from the last session that Desert Rat and I recorded together corrupted. So what we're going to do is just kind of take you around the stuff that we did, kind of chat about the stuff that we did and the stuff that we covered. And then hopefully we'll get back to normal. But first of all, this is actually going out on Christmas Eve. So from all of us on the Derp server, we wish you a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we look forward to continuing the adventure with you guys on board. So looking forward to that. So Merry Christmas. But let's crack on, because there's not a sign of snow or anything festive in here at the moment. But let's go and have a look at the stuff that's been done. So I thought we'll start out this way, just because we're kind of midday. Let's get to the bits where potentially mobs can get to us. So in the previous episode, we were busy doing a little bit of digging out for the station area and for the roundhouse that we were going to be putting over there. So it looks like Diara's been on and has been pretty busy. So we've decided to turn this part here into a platform and just have the one line coming into the station there. Then that will come out this way and we'll join into the roundhouse, just so we can get the trains out of the yard. So the line is coming out of the engineering shed, joins here, we'll get that to join into the roundhouse, and then that means that we can get the trains onto the track, is the plan. So it may be that we bring this one round in like the one coming out of the station, in a sweeping curve. We also talked about putting in a shunting yard. So this might be a more, I don't know, a British term, but a shunting yard is kind of like sidings, effectively, that you have. So it'll be lots of lines of track where you can store trucks and coaches and goods, but it kind of comes in and it branches out, so you have sort of several different branches all parallel to each other. So that's one of the things that I want to try and do today. We've still got the iron farm running. There was a little bit of a glitch with that at the weekend, but that has been fixed by Desert Rat now, so that is all working beautifully. But I think we're actually pretty full on the storage for that anyway. The other thing that you may have noticed on the platform was the lighting. So Viking was looking at the floodlights and some lighting. Those are now working correctly. It's just take this block out here, just so we can get back in again. So this, these are the lights that we put into. These are the powered lanterns, and as you can see, they've got like the little orange square, which is the connector, and that's just connected up with I think medium voltage. And here's the cat. Hi, cat. So that's all connected, but these are great, the wooden posts. I didn't realise you can actually put the arms on them, but apparently you just hit them or right click them with a hammer and it does these. So these look very cool, and then the floodlights are also linked to that. So though you don't really see the lights, it does actually give us a bit of light. And these are supposed to put out, I think, the powered lanterns up to a 32 block radius with the lighting. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's pretty much everything out here. So one of the tasks that I want to get done is that I want to actually, like I said, extend this platform area. So I'll build that platform, and I want to try and get, again, I don't know if this is unique to British rail stations, but you have kind of like a sloping down end, so that might be a little bit of work with some chisel and bricks. So we might use the slopes from Blockcraft. Is it Blockcraft? Can't remember what it's called now, but we might use those instead. But we'll have a play with that. So Desert Rat and I, unfortunately Darianna and Viking were actually away for the weekend, so they weren't able to record with us. However, when Desert Rat was busy exploring, and I'm not going to take you down there because I can't remember where it was, but we were down the mine and he discovered a mine shaft, so we went exploring and we discovered one or two different things down the mine shaft. So we did a bit of mine shaft exploration, got all of that lit up, gathered some goodies. It's always a bit of fun. And then we had a bit of time left over, so we built these. So we got our distillation tower built. So DR had kindly got all of the bits and pieces ready for that. So I put that together. So we're now pumping all of our crude oil that we're getting from the pump jack that was stored in this vat. That's now being pumped down, and that pipe runs into here, and that goes into the input here, into the distillation tower. You do need to power it. And what that does is that turns it into 3 products. Well, technically 4 actually. So the output pipe is here. That runs all the way along here and then comes up into this fluid router. And the fluid router is then feeding into each of these 3 tanks. So we have, trying to think what this is in here. I think that is lubricant, gasoline and diesel. I think it's in that order if I remember correctly. And then it also does a little output of this stuff, which is bitumen, which is awesome because that means we can start making tarmac if we wanted to do any roads or anything like that. But yeah, we've got the power switch on here, and you basically turn that on, and what that does is it separates out, sort of by heating, it separates out the crude oil into the 3 different components, and then that gets pumped into these fluid tanks here, which is very cool. Desert Rat again has been a very busy bunny, and he's built the machine shop. So this is the start. Again, it's kind of based similar to the buildings that we've got already, so we've got a bit of a theme going. But in here, ooh, he's been busy again. He's been doing some more, but he put together these 2 metal presses here. So these are basically machines that will take ingots and will stamp them into different components. So this one I believe is set up for wire. So you have like a, I guess like a mould, like a press, I'm trying to think what it's called, that goes into each of those. So you decide what, so you can see there, you've got the stamp effectively. So you put your ingots in here, that feeds onto the conveyor. As it comes through, it stamps it and it outputs into the chest as wire. So that will help our cable making. And this one here has been set up for plates because we use an awful lot of plates, and we do need that obviously when we're making sheet metal and all the fluid pipes and everything like that. So same process, ingots in here, plates output here, and it looks like we can also make rods and things like that. So if we're making scaffolding, we can make the steel rods. So these are all of the metal press moulds that you can get. So we've obviously got the wire and the plate. So then we have bullet casings, we have rods, we have unpacking. So I don't entirely know what that does. That must disassemble things then. So if you put a block of something in, it turns it back into whatever it was previously. The packing ones, so you've got your 3x3 and your 2x2. So this is like if you were, say redstone for example, you could feed that full of redstone, and once it gets 9 redstone, it will stamp it and it will turn it into a redstone block. And obviously for that'll be something like clay, where you've got 4 clay balls and you turn it into a clay block or glowstone block or something like that. And then gears, just if we need any gears for any of the machinery as well. So that was also very cool. But it looks like we've got a bit of a smelting thing going on here to make charcoal, and we've got the vents and everything up here as well, so that should be capturing all of our any of our pollution and stuff like that. It just means we've got a good supply of charcoal. And the only other thing that's kind of changed in here, let's see, we're doing awesomely for power, is whoops, if we just go down into here, oh, wow, is that extended more? I've got a feeling that's extended more. Awesome. But we did move some of the little glowstone chips down there because they were actually melting the ice, which isn't helpful for keeping your uranium or plutonium, whichever it is, keeping that cool. So that is pretty much what we've been up to over the last week or so. So it's just a very quick kind of 10-minute catch up there. So yeah, it's a shame about the footage, but obviously go over and check out Desert Rat's channel, where he'll be looking at the distillation tower and the presses, and you'll be able to see the full footage on that. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little quick update, and very Merry Christmas to you all, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.